Welcome back to Precision Fab Racing. Today we're doing a custom Valvetronic exhaust on this 2009 GT500. Gonna sound real good.
This is just the stock form. This is before clips, cold start. We're gonna move it a little bit, get it more straight, and then we're gonna start taking stuff off. We're gonna cut it up. We're gonna put some megaphones in, and we're gonna put some Valvetronic mufflers in. We can show them that right now. So, this is what we're gonna do. We have these Valvetronic mufflers. Customer decided to spend the money and get the good stuff. So this is really high quality. We were taking a look at some of this stuff. So there's a vacuum box in here. This is gonna go in the trunk. It came with the cigarette lighter for power, but we're gonna cut that and we're gonna wire it to a ignition style fuse so it's not on all the time. It came with this fancy remote too, and this thing weighs like half a pound. Like this thing it's solid, man. Yeah, we're gonna get these into the car and we're gonna see how it sounds. I'm really excited. We have some megaphones cooking up somewhere. I don't know where they're at right now.
Hello. Welcome back. We got a couple things done since the last update. You guys kind of just saw us talking about what we were gonna do and starting the car basically with the stock exhaust on. Since then, we've mounted the vacuum control box. If the brother wants to go show that. So, all in here, we took the panels off and we ran the wires up through this pillar here. We're gonna wire it in up there. But we ran the wires all through the side and up the rear seat here. So we ran the wires up through this right side and crossed it over following the stock harness. We'll zip tie it in, but there's our vacuum box right there. Our power wire goes up, and then we also found a spot for the vacuum line to go down to the mufflers. So that'll run down, connect to our mufflers. It'll split off into two, and one will get ran up along in here away from the mufflers so it doesn't get hot or anything. So there's that part. We also got the mid pipe of the exhaust cut up to get ready to put our megaphones in right after the X pipe, and we are just about to start doing some fit up and do some tacking, some welding, all the fabrication stuff under the car. So we'll set up a little time lapse for y'all and get rocking. Good evening. We just got done welding the megaphones or tacking the megaphones into the exhaust, and we put the slip joints on the back as well. So that whole kind of midsection is done, ready to get welded. So we're moving on to the axle back now, and thought we'd make an update before I started doing the TIG welding stuff. So the axle back's gonna look nice and fancy. We got some a couple pie cuts that are gonna need to go in here. We got both sides are just like this, a slip joint onto his factory exhaust, and then it's gonna come straight down with pie cuts bending into the Valvetronic muffler back to new tips that we bought, 3.5-inch tips that are gonna come out there. We're gonna get the whole axle back tacked up tonight, and then tomorrow I can finish welding everything while Sebastian can like finish plumbing up and wiring the vacuum box for the Valvetronic and stuff like that. So we're gonna keep rolling on fabrication here tonight. The goal is to not have to regrind my tungsten. I already told Sebastian. I ground it one time before we started. The goal is not to have to regrind. So we'll update if that stays true. Probably not. What's the over under? How many? How many tungsten grinds do you think? You say 1?
3.
You say 3?
3. Happens every time.
We'll keep a counter going.
Hello!
No! Where's my BFH? Big hammer.
Some camera time.
What are we doing here, boss?
We're putting together a million pie cuts to make these muffies work in here, because whatever exhaust shop did this exhaust previously, I don't know. I don't want to talk too much, but it was not bueno. Okay. Anywho, much new, all better. It looks good.
Pie cuts are really close to lining up like perfectly, but we're down to the last pie cut and it just needs a little more angle on the wide side. So I'm trying to grind the little side down right now so that it has more wide angle, and then it should fit better together. But there's a little bit too much angle for my liking, TIG welding, so we're just trying to take care of that best we can. I'm excited to hear this though. Quite a bit of welding to be done first though.
While Jackson is welding, I'm going to wire this box in, and then we're going to make that work. And once we get the mufflers back in the car, we're going to run the hoses and we're going to test it out. Welcome back. Don't mind those. Right now, we're focused on the wiring. So Jackson is welding, and the whole inside of the car is torn apart. We got the back seat out. This is my main wire coming from the box. Got this nice run. This will be under here. This just came out, but got some of these. We're gonna shrink that up, and then in there we have an add a fuse. And then we're gonna go to chassis ground and we'll get power to our box. The kit comes with, from Valvetronic, a cigarette lighter power. We didn't want to use this, we wanted a cleaner look. This is gonna be tucked away so he never sees it. Same with the box. This is just a cleaner setup and we like it better. Alright, so I'm gonna get this wiring sorted so we can get power to our vacuum box, and Jackson's gonna finish the welding, so we will see you back when the mufflers are going on the car, or I'm done with this, or more welding. What's up, everybody? We're back. The wiring is done. As you can see, I ran that wire all along the stock harness and then back behind the seat, all the way in there. It's all done. Everything's put back together. Looks like it's not even there. If you sit in this car, look at this car, you'll never even know it's there until you take it apart. So I ran the wire, that's all done. We just got to tuck this all away. There's another side panel that'll go here. Otherwise, all the interior stuff is done. We can go show them that now. Just clean, simple, can't see anything. It's like an OEM came on the car style install. So as far as moving forward, we are gonna take this vacuum line, we're gonna cut it up, and we're gonna run it one to each side, and we'll run it up to the box, and then we'll test our valves and see if they work, and then hopefully we'll get to start the car. This is gonna get run to this muffler. I have a lot of extra right now. You probably run it something like that and then straight over to here. But yeah.
Tell them about where Jackson is. Tell them where
Jackson's laying on the ground like me right now, but he's in pain. He got back pains like an old man. I do too sometimes though. It's alright. So.
But his welds are fired.
Yeah, his welds are very fire. That nice. All right. On to the next muffy. Yeah, we're gonna whip this up and finish it, and we're gonna go get them when it's time to start this thing, so I'll see you then. Look at this, vacuum lines all in there. Megaphone special. Oh. Just in time, boys, we finished. Thanks for catching up with us. Yeah, dude, there's not much to say. We got blood, sweat, and tears all into this, you know? So we're excited to hear it, and we are very close to hearing it. Very close. I'll clean a few things up, and then we can test our valves quick, make sure those work, and then we'll be good. Yeah, go ahead, click it. They opened.
They did open.
Oh!
Look at all these lights.
No, not the lights. We're excited about the guns, right?
Now we're gonna reassemble this interior part here, and we'll be good to go. I'm gonna drop this thing down and we'll start it up for you guys. So. We ready to hear the Mustang. Cut to the clip.
Hello, everybody. I am back. I got home early yesterday and started welding, finished welding the megaphones, got the axle back welded up, and my back was completely cooked and done for the day. So that's why you saw just Sebastian and Mason over here putting it in and grinding the rest of it out for me. I could not continue, but we are back, and now we can hear this thing roar. So let's go.
Yeah, you're good.
Do you have the remote?
Very cool. I'm happy with that. So you can buy those, like the valve system that are in the Valvetronic mufflers. It's just like a stainless casting with a valve built into it. You can buy those. So we're probably gonna end up trying to make our own sort of valve system, because Valvetronics are nice, but they're $600 for the pair. So it's not the most affordable option in the world.
Brand though, they're electronic and they're not controlled with a vacuum box that I found for like $380 or something, 400 bucks.
You just wire it into your car?
Yup, yeah, so you run the power ground to each muffler and then it's controlled through electronics instead of vacuum like these, but this is really nice, I'm not gonna lie. I can't believe it made that big of a difference, dude. Like, that's crazy.
Dude, with valves closed, it literally like doesn't even have barely any sound to it.
That is what you get with the really good quality. Obviously, they're more expensive, so another lesson learned, the more expensive resonators, mufflers to end up being a little quieter than the cheaper option. The packing must be more dense in there or something, but could be.
Well, we haven't tried out the cheaper pair yet, so we'll do one of those and we'll get back with you. We're gonna do some testing, but yeah,
Sounds very good.
to the drive.
That sounds good as not insanely loud, not overpowering, good at like equal balance between the blower noise and the exhaust note. Sounds very good. Could definitely get in a lot of trouble in this car. Nice. Good investment, Chris. I like your car.
I hope you guys enjoyed those rollers.
Oh no, my back. Job well done. Yeah, I say that was a success. You guys will see the roller clips. We just went out, filmed those, took a little short drive. But yeah, went pretty smooth for the most part. Typical kind of exhaust job, but the valves were the only part that was new. Same that we've been doing. Megaphone install makes a world of a difference, and that's all I can say.
Yeah. Now we've added valve mufflers to the arsenal of things that we can do for people. So these performed very, very well. Like, it is quiet. It is as quiet.
Night and day, bro.
It's it's as quiet as it was before with the old mufflers on it when the valves are closed, but then you open them up and it's like a whole different car.
Thanks for watching another Precision Fabrication Racing video. We will be back at it again very soon with another crazy exhaust. Anything else, brother? it.